That's a little better. The one where the prime minister fucks a pig was not Pog. I see. Okay, we'll start with that one because you know that one. So that one I would put pretty solid in the. Where is it? Where is it? It's gotta be. I know it's here. I saw it. Oh, there it is. It's right here, bottom right. This one I would put solidly in the good tier. I think that episode was very, very integral in setting up the kind of atmosphere the show had. Plus, I enjoy how it almost calls back to like the H.G. Wells War of the Worlds broadcast where, you know, they were putting this on TV, and then I'm sure there were some people who were like, oh my god, is that like the real British Prime Minister? For like a minute. Probably not very long, but they were like, interesting. That's curious. Maybe that's actually happening, especially with some of the people who exist in this world, dog. I would not be surprised. Solid. I'm changing this. A, or no, obviously S, A, B, C, F. Yeah, okay, solid B tier. That one is an easy B tier for me every single time. I have to switch my category. Tags, category, just chatting, making tier lists for the masses. Come help. Smiley face. The one with the woman being recorded everywhere was cool. Are you talking about Archangel, where she has like the little implant in her head and then it shows her mom everything that she does? Because that one, surprisingly enough, I would put that like, where is it? I rated that one earlier too. Yeah, I would put that one in like C tier. Because like, good concept. When she turned out to have killed a kid. Where she turned out to have killed a kid. Being recorded everywhere. Oh, you're talking about Black Bear, dog. That one? See, I feel like that one took a while to hit. That one was a slow burn for me, which is not necessarily a bad thing. That's this one right here. I would put Black Bear probably also in B tier. I would put that in B tier. Because, like, again, interesting concept, but the execution, I felt like it left something to be desired. You know, like, it kind of stands on the millennials and their phones kind of thing. And I know that's not their outlook, but at the same time, that is what most of the people in the show are doing. Is like, oh, they're I feel like it'd be a little bit more substantial than that. I feel like there'd be a little bit more. Based on a real murder in the 70s or something, would not surprise me. People be crazy. People do be crazy. Have you seen any other ones? Are those the three you've seen? Because if so, I can start giving you the good takes on the episodes, and if I still remember the names of them, then you have to clap because I'm so cool and awesome. The one with the love timer thing, which is Don't Hang the DJ, is easy S tier. 100% S tier. That episode rocked my shit. I loved it. And like, it had a good story that wrapped up in a beautiful way. And then they were at the party, and guess what song was playing at the end? Don't Hang the DJ. It was beautiful. Oh, like, just amazingly well done. On the other hand, episode that I really didn't like, I really didn't love the, like, I remember, like, this one very, like, unvividly. It's like I think her partner gets in an accident or something like that. And then she has to adjust to living on her own and then also try to find her like husband's killer. It was boring, it dragged, and like I just wasn't into it. Just wasn't my cup of tea. Same thing. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, also the social media one with Bryce Dallas Howard was all right. Bryce Dallas Howard. Oh, that's who that is? Damn, she kind of cute though. Sheesh, brother. Like, outside of that show, that one is called oh, what is that one called? Hold. What is that one called? Episode was in like 2, wasn't it? Be right back. White Christmas. Nosedive is what it's called. I should have known that. I did a school report on that because it was like a really good episode. And I would put that a solid A tier. A tier all the way through. Not S tier because it was very superficial. And that was like almost the entire point of the episode was like, hey, let's be as superficial as possible. We are superficial people. This is a superficial world. And the end was like, fuck you! Cursing! Look at us being like non-PC. Wow. It's like, I don't know, man. Like, I couldn't have come up with anything better, but like, again, I feel like it left a little bit of something to be desired. But regardless, the premise in and of itself, like, skyrockets it for me. Like, that is a beautiful, beautiful episode. Playtest? C tier. Not an F tier because the acting was good and the premise was alright, but C tier because it didn't do anything really revolutionary, and then the end was like an ex machina. Like, it didn't have a reason that he like entirely, for no spoilers, it didn't have like a very conclusive reason as to why what happened did happen. And at the end of the day, like, I feel like that's what kind of ties Black Mirror together. It's like we can take this and be like, oh, we did a lot of ruminating. My internet dying? I'm lagging. Holding. I'm back. All right. I feel like the episode goes like, oh, we've done a lot of ruminating on like how AR and like, even brain interfaces can be a part of the next wave of technology. But then they just kind of dropped it all with what happened at the end. And it's like, I mean, okay, could have shown me a little bit more, right? And I even like the idea that, the whole thing was for those who know, it was like the time frame of it was actually surprisingly short that all of that happened in. But it's a solid one. Playtest is solid. San Junipero, wow. Easy A tier. I might even put that up to S tier later if I'm feeling like I need a little bit more in there. Like, that episode is so beautiful. It is so well done, and at the with the twist, like, it has a good reason, it has meaning behind it. You can understand that like this is a reality that could be feasible. I think that's maybe what the ones that don't hit with me like get wrong the most is like I don't see them as a reality that is like they don't make me suspend my belief enough to where I'm like, yeah, okay, I fucks with this, right? So, I mean, don't hang the DJ. Dating apps, easy connection. San Junipero is like VR for old people. Totally understandable connection. Nosedive, social credit score. Hello, China. I'm Bing chilling over here in the US of A. And then this one, obviously, the president was a pig recently, so I don't expect him to be, less of his kind in bed. Black Bear, based on a true story. Archangel is getting to the point where it's like, that's I mean, government monitoring for the first thing, and people are really iffy about the government in general right now. So like, I don't see this as a feasible reality, and then also like the consequences from that are reasonable but not necessarily believable. I mean, even believable, but not as interesting, I guess, to me. They're not as great. Same thing with Playtest, just like not as interesting as it could have been. Don't even remember the name of this one. Personally, I like F tier just because I don't even remember it. But one that can join it there, Two Bros in Love in a video game. I can pass on that one any day. Like, I halfway even enjoy the emotional undertones, and I like if they would have gone one way or another in terms of like, haha, two guys in a video game kissing, and like, haha, or like, like this is a serious break between like a mental and physical, or a mental and a virtual world that these guys are kind of drifting in between more. What is the morality of cheating on your spouse with this kind of stuff, and what the fuck is going on? And then, it ends with like, they get to do it once a month or whatever, and it's like, that's not weird or healthy or cool. It's just kind of strange. Question mark? 10 million merits? I might even put that in S tier. 10 million merits is such a solid episode. What the fuck was that episode? I don't know. Dude, the only thing I remember from that episode too, like the video game sexy one, is like the guy who was talking to him, and he was like, I need it, man, please, just one time. I even tried fucking the polar bear. And it's like, dog, is this still Black Mirror? Is this like Family Guy? You know, what the fuck is going on here? Like, pass? Thanks? 10 million merits is a good episode just because of the state of labor in the US and probably in a lot of places. Just personally, it's the most relevant here because I'm here. The undertone of like, you know, your service to the community in terms of, oh, you know, put yourself on display for people to see, and then now you become more valued as a person, right? Like, I'll try to keep light on the spoilers, but like, homeboy has a big crush on this girl, and he does something nice for her, and it ends up going really, really poorly because he gets her a shot on like the America's Got Talent version of this world, and you know, they're not the best production team, we'll say, for the rest of her career. A Waldo moment is like C tier for me. I wouldn't put that any higher than C tier because it's a very ham-fisted way of going at political commentary, like, or a commentary on the political state. Like, yeah, it's goofy cartoon character could viably become the president, and then he did in 2 different places, including like the place where this was like broadcast originally. So I can't outwardly say that, you know, it was doing any biting stuff. Like, we've been electing clowns for years at this point. Now we've literally been collecting clowns for years, or electing, not collecting, but you know, same difference. Realistically, it's not too much of a jump. The SS McAllister, A tier, S tier, A tier, S tier. I would put that. Would I put that above 15 million merits? 10 million merits? USS Callister? I don't think I'd put it... Okay, so here's a thing, though. So this obviously goes here. Hold on. I'm gonna put this back. I'm gonna do some arranging on the sub level here. Archangel, worst of C tier? No. No, I wouldn't even say... I would say Archangel's above playtest. I would say this is the worst of the worst. I would say this is the top of F tier just because I don't even remember it, and that's more of my fault. I'd say that's probably closer to a me problem, colloquially speaking. Otherwise, let's see. This one, I would say I would put that at the beginning of B tier just because, like, it was the Kickstarter for the whole series for me, and that was kind of a big thing. I enjoyed it a lot. It was solid. Let's do... What is this one called? It's like Backseat or Whiplash, I think. Something like that. Let me see. Is it Whiplash? USS Callister. Smithereens. Right. It's like the name of the... And this is, see, I liked it up until the end, and I was just thinking about it in the same way, too. It was like, man, I like that episode. That was a good one. I'm thinking, like, easy A, B tier, and then I remember, like, the whole thing was, like, a don't text and drive. I was like, man, C tier. I put that in C tier. Like, they wrapped it up poorly, and it's like, I feel like they have people coming up with these amazing premises, like, these otherworldly shit, and then they put, you know, months, weeks, whatever into production of this and all this kind of stuff, and then it's like, okay, how do we end the episode? It's like, don't drink and drive, yes, oh yes, don't drink and drive, duh, of course. Nah, that's just a little not for me personally. AI Torture Man, A tier. Oh, dude, I remember like the subplot of this one. I might even put that in S tier later. I would probably put that above 15 million merits? We'll leave that there for now, because that one, in essence, like, this guy takes little snapshots of people's consciousness, because, like, you can download consciousness. Pretty is just the short story, I have no mouth and I must scream. Yeah, pretty much. It is. And it is. It's terrifying. And then, like, the subplot at the end of it where, like, he was, you know, a really fucked up person and witnessed, like, some shit. Again, being spoiler free. Solid. Plus, John Hamm, always a win for me. You know what? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put that in S tier. I'm going to put it in S tier for John Hamm. I'm going to put it in S tier for the concept. I'm going to put it in S tier because they made it like an Alexa home, and then they also gave it a personality, and they were like, hey, you know, like, he might be a world-class detective or whatever, and, like, force this guy to, you know, like, confess to a crime or whatever, but, man, you can't beat John Hamm. You just can't. John Hamm can beat mine, though. He can take my ham anywhere he like. Shit, John Hamm. All right. I'm going to go... What is this? Me something and Rachel, Jack, and Ashley 2. Yeah. Rachel, Jack, and Ashley 2. The Miley Cyrus episode where it's like, oh, pop stars are more than just song machines. Pretty solid. But I wouldn't put it, you know, anywhere above, like, okay, well, I'm going to put you up here because you're not worse than Waldo Moment. You, at least, on your own, Smithereens does better than Waldo Moment. Very easily. I might put the Miley episode in C tier. I'm going to put it in C tier. I feel comfortable putting it in C tier. Not the greatest episode. Definitely not better than, like, Smithereens or Archangel. And that's the end caps of this, like, category, so I'm keeping it. I'm also going to put Archangel ahead of Waldo Moment. But not ahead of Smithereens. I enjoyed Smithereens just a little more. And again, if it wasn't, like, just the, don't text and drive... Archangel is, see, the problem I have with that is I don't think it's, so I was explaining this before, like, the thing that gets me with these, right, the reason where I think I might put him lower on the board is, like, I don't really think it's a reality that we could lead ourselves into, you know, like, I understand the government supervision thing of Archangel, but at the same time, like, it doesn't seem super plausible that those things go on as well as, like, I can't suspend my disbelief for Archangel as much as I can for, like, Tinder having a million simulations of me running in, like, 10 years or whatever. I don't think... I mean, I'm definitely not going to put shit in my kids to watch them 24/7. That's inhuman. Like, that doesn't really make sense to me. I have a phone, but, like, my parents can't track that. And same thing for my kids. Like, that's not going to happen. So I don't think Archangel is the best for me, at least in my opinion. This is my humble opinion, as it were. Otherwise, I do very much... Wait, what is this one? What is this one? What is this lady walking around all styling for? What is that one? Hold on. It's not... So I think we've rated all of the season 5. Yeah. That's not Bandersnatch, is it? No, that's not Bandersnatch. Black Museum, no. That's not Metalhead or Crocodile. Is that? I think this one's Crocodile. I still don't remember what that is. Rob hits a cyclist on a mountain road, killing him with his companion Mia. He throws the body into a lake. 15 years later, Rob visits her to talk about sending an anonymous letter to the victim's wife. Afraid the letter would be traced, Mia kills Rob. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, sorry about the spoiler thing. Sucks. This episode is kind of bad anyway. Yeah, I don't remember this one too much. I don't feel like that was the most interesting. IMHO. But from there, I would probably move on to... I was going to rate Callister, but I didn't. USS Callister is like easy A tier for me. I would even say like maybe an S tier. But I see the issue is I don't know if I want to put anything very much above San Junipero. I'm putting San Junipero above Nosedive because that makes more sense for me. Is left to right is like worst to best, so I need to switch the arrangement of these. Hold. Switch these around. Switch these around. Bing, bong, bing bong. The lowest of the low on F tier. This is my favorite episode. Arguably, like, Don't Hang the DJ is one of, if not my favorite episode. This one, what is that one called? Hated in the Nation. No, that's not. Oh, that's what that one is. So Hated in the Nation is about the bee drones. C tier. I don't have very much to say, but it's terrorists controlling bee drones or something like that. Not my cup of tea. Not my cup of tea. Not too interesting. I'm not too interested in the bird drones or the bee drones personally. Where is Roaches? Is Roaches not on here? Oh, no, that's not 15 million merits. This is 15 million merits. Or 10 million merits. Or however many goddamn merits you goddamn please. 15. It's 15 million. Roaches is a neat one. It's like about army brainwashing. And I would put that probably... I'd put that in B tier. I'll put that above Hated in the Nation. Or not Hated in the Nation. The pig one and below Black Bear. Above Black Bear. Below Black Bear and above the pig one. Yeah, that's good. I'm calling that good. This one is... What is it? It's called... Not Shut Up and Dance, not Nosedive or Playtest. It's not... That one is called White Christmas. Ooh, what? Oh, no. Yeah, that's White Christmas. Yeah, this is White Christmas up here, which is a solid fucking episode. Love that shit. White Bear, not Black Bear, White Bear. Be Right Back, that's the name of this episode. Be Right Back is solid. I love the actor in this one. Although, premise-wise, I would even put it... Yeah, I'd put that in the same category, even above White Bear. Pretty solid. Pretty solid. I know I've been saying Black Bear this whole time. And believe me... I know what the episode is called now that I was on the Wikipedia. But, what is this? The Entire History of You, that's that one. The National Anthem. Where is, Shut Up and Dance. This one, probably... I don't know, like a high A tier, low S tier, maybe even an S tier episode. I would, you know, I'm gonna put San Junipero up here because it's just too fucking good. It's just too fucking good. Do I put it above White Christmas? Yeah, and then in that case, I will put you pretty comfortably below USS Callister. I'm thinking yes. I'm thinking that's a comfortable spot for that to go. And then what else do we have here? We have Metalhead, which is like an interesting episode, but it's not like super interesting of an episode. I would probably put that above the Miley moment. Yeah, okay. And this guy was an abuser, and then he's got like memory eyes and something. And maybe like I'd probably put that above Metalhead. Yeah. And then Black Museum, easy A tier. Easy A tier. I would for the sub stories, honestly, and then like the conclusion of it all. I'd put it like the high of A tier. I'd put it like the top of A tier. The memory guy eye looks exactly like Robert I cannot speak. Is that... Oh, he kind of does, doesn't he? Oh, he kind of does, doesn't he? Interesting. D-low. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a comfortable tier list for me. This is where I would rank the Black Mirror episode.